Hey guys, wanted to hit you up with another update about what's been going on lately as far as the Navy is concerned. So, first off, I did pass the ASVAB test and I was very proud of that. And after which I ended up passing my physical. Uh, I say, well, I passed it, but because of my physical, I'll get to that in a minute. Because because of my physical, I wasn't able to pick the job that I wanted, but it's fine. And then I had to wait until this police report from back in 2015 of my first arrest, which was a Class C misdemeanor, so nothing I got to expunge from the record. I had to wait till that came in, or until my recruiter got a hold of that, because I had this security clearance background check is a federal background check, so they needed to they needed for me to be completely honest with them about anything and everything involving any arrests or anything. So I figured be completely honest. So that's what I did. My recruiter ended up getting a hold of the police report, submitting that, and wavering it, and it passed. So I'm good. 2 weeks later, after the ASVAB and after the physical, I returned again. This was last week to the MEPS facility in downtown Houston, where I chose my career job and that I swore in. Now, the job that I was trying to shoot for was anything to do with mechanical, like aviation's mechanic, or just like engineer, or something to do like with mechanical. Unfortunately, because I thought I failed the vision test specifically, having 20/20 vision, also with my glasses on, but apparently I failed the depth perception uh, part of the eye exam, and because of that, I couldn't take any job that involved aviation whatsoever outside of what's it called? It's like support specialists or something like that. Basically, working with the life support systems, the parachute, the oxygenizer, everything. Anything that goes that doesn't involve with the actual operation of a aircraft is what I was able to work on, but I really didn't want to do that, so I decided, you know what, I might as well stick with what I researched for the entire year that I was waiting for all of my credentials when it came to the MSc, Military Sea Lift, and just go with a job that I was familiar with, and which was deckhand, and with the Navy, it's referred to as boatswain mate, or as Tanner likes to always say, boatswain mate, trying to get me to say it like that, even though it's spelled boatswain mate. But anyway, I chose that one, and it's 55 to 70,000 a year, which is pretty good. And after the first year, I'll be taking a test to become a supervisor, to where I'll get a 25% increase in salary, which is pretty cool. And yeah, the contract with the Navy is 5 years active duty, and after that, it's 3 years selective reserve, 8 years in total is the contract. And how that works is for the three remainder years, I basically come back as a civilian or as a veteran at that point, but I can work as a civilian or whatever job I choose to. I stay in the States, just stay home, and anytime any world catastrophe happens, they can call me in and I have to report for duty. And I'm pretty sure there's also the thing where every month, once a month, I have to come into the office, do a meeting or something like that, wear uniform and all that. So yeah, I'll do that, and that's pretty cool. And I'm really excited. I've done my research with how basic training is going to be. It's going to be 10 weeks, 9 weeks of training. The last week is going to be the graduation ceremony, and then 6 weeks right after basic training of A school, and those are the classes I'm going to be taking, which are going to teach me everything about my job, the position that I chose, which is boatswain mate. There, I said it, boatswain mate. And after which, my recruiter told me something about me being able to request a vacation time before I get shipped out to my first assignment on my first vessel, which I feel like would be good for me because, after being away for 16 weeks, that's like 4 months. Um, you know, Having gone through it, and then having time to rest and relax for a little bit to mentally prepare to actually get on either an aircraft carrier or destroyer or whatever ship they have me on or vessel they have me on. And I'm really excited for that too. I'm just really excited. I feel like this is going to be a very good choice for me. This choice that I've made is going to be very, very good for me. Because well, I've already explained this in the last video, that everything else I've ever tried to pursue in my life, I kind of just didn't have either the ambition or the will or the drive for it, or I just didn't have the funds for it or the right kind of connections for it. But I feel like I did what I could do with, as my boy Tanner tells me, you can only do what you can with the cards that life has dealt you. So yeah, and I could have done more, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. Best not to dwell on the past and to focus on the future, and that's all that I'm trying to do. And this is going to be one hell of an experience, just going around traveling, checking out the world and everything. And one major thing I'm going to take advantage of is the disability. Now, in order for me, apparently, to receive a lot of disability, like a substantial amount of disability payment every month after my term is over, I have to make sure that any and all discomforts that I feel like physical wise, where I feel like my back or my neck or any of my muscles are straining, anything I feel like I'm over or something, I need to always report to the doctor that's on deck, or on to the officer that's part of the medical team, or if they have a doctor. I don't know how it works exactly, but I have to make sure that I report to them, and they will report any and all times that I reported to them. And after 5 years, that will build up so that when I finally apply for disability, I'll be like, oh yeah, he suffered through all of this through these 5 years. Yeah, let's go ahead and start paying. That was advised to me by my sister because she had a friend of hers who started. He actually was reserved, so he didn't go active duty like I'm going. But that's what he did. Like, he applied for uh, brain fart. I'm tired. Sorry, long day. Disability, and now he receives like over $2,000 a month from the Navy, so that's pretty damn good. Now, as far as going back to pursuing Military Sealift Command, working for them as a supervisor, because after 5 years in the Navy, during the 3 years of the selective, yes, selective, what the heck is the damn word? Selective reserve. During those 3 years, I believe I can still go work for them. I can transfer over. But should the Navy ever need me, I'll go, just transfer back to them, or to report for duty, and just be receiving 2 checks. I might end up doing that. I don't know, because I feel like I'm getting up there. Even though I don't look it, I'm 33 years old, and eventually Father Time is gonna catch up to me. And my dad always told me, he's like, and because my grandpa told him that if anything, you want to start a family like when you're still in your 30s, like around mid to late 30s, like around that age. And by the time I get out, I'm gonna be like, shit. Well, after 5 years, I'll be 38. After 8 years, I'll be 42. Damn. So yeah, but those 3 years I'll already be back in the States and everything. Look at this cat. Look at that dude. What are you looking at? Anyway. See, like I said, I'm really excited. I just hope this decision becomes the best decision that I ever make. Because out of everything has gone on, that has been going on, I feel like this is going to be a really good fresh start for me. And what better way than to join the freaking military? I really wish I would have not missed the deadline on October 1st to be able to apply for any entry-level positions with Military Sealift, but it is what it is. There was only so much that I could do with the cards that I had been dealt, and I could have gone about it a little bit faster, but it is what it is. At least I'm going into a similar field which could transfer back to that. That way, after the 5 years, I won't be starting out in the Military Sealift as a deckhand. I'll be a senior supervisor, making a lot more freaking money, and I won't have to be doing any of the heavy lifting or anything. I probably won't even have to get on a vessel or whatever. I'll just probably train the other, like, recruits, or well, they're not recruits, they're civilian, like federal employees, deckhands, pretty much. I'll have to see, because there's still so much that I want to do with my life before I get too old. And I say that, but I look and I don't even feel my age, and I hope that lasts for a very long time. I just gotta make damn sure that I keep up with myself and stay in shape as much as I can. I'm doing the best that I can now before I go to basic training, so that I have some kind of an edge on everybody else, specifically Tanner. If I bump into him and he's gonna challenge me to like push-ups or a mile and a half long run, I know he's gonna be screwing with me like that. But yeah, I just don't want too much time to pass by before I finally accomplish that goal of settling down and having a family and everything. But I mean, looking at one of my closest friends, Nettie, she's 29 now, or 28. She got married, and her husband, who doesn't look his age, is now 40. And he's just starting, so it's never too late. I just need to focus on me and getting in shape, making that money, saving my money, never even really touching my damn money unless I absolutely have to, and just save and save and save, and eventually just reach that goal of me and Tanner getting our own land, me building my own house, and then, going on from there. But anyway, guys, just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. I'm shipping out for basic training to Great Lakes, Illinois on March the 5th. February 28th will be my last day working at Firestone. That way I give myself a couple of days to actually tie up some loose ends and actually cancel out all of my bills and everything. And that way I'm not paying for anything when I'm, across the freaking states, especially when I'm like overseas and whatnot. And for the vacation time, how I want to go about it is every 6 months that I'm on the ship or working for the Navy, I come back for 15 days vacation, just back and forth, back and forth. My boy Tanner suggested just for the first that first year, just sticking it out for an entire year. That way I get 30 days of vacation time, because every month is 2.5 days vacation time, which is pretty damn cool. That way, when I need to request to have my vacation time, I may show up, like if me and Tanner do it at the same time, I may show up a week before he does, and he may show up a week before I do, within that time period, so that when we do get back to the States, we can hang out again, go play our stuff, and spend time just fucking around, having fun, going play our stuff, doing whatever. I don't know. I might end up getting a new vehicle at that point, because my truck, it's already done. It's outlived its purpose. It's done real good for me, and I'm happy. I'm still here after all of the accidents I've been into over the past 14 years, almost 15 years. Damn, I've had that truck for a long time. But yeah, it's time for me to start, focusing on, getting a newer, more reliable vehicle. It is reliable, but it's too old. And there's just too many things that could go wrong, that have gone wrong, and anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. I will be making one more video on this channel a few days before I head out. Just to do like some final words and everything, but yeah. And I will be making one last airsoft video on Zorin Airsoft, that channel. If I can find the freaking login to it, I think it's on my computer. I won't be getting any more airsoft guns, at least not right now. I will be fixing the ones that I currently have. And good news is that the M1919, the one that my boy Tanner dropped off here like a year ago for me to just hang on to for him. It is up and running, so we will be using that. My LMG Even though I got a new hop-up bucking for it, I will not be using it for like a year and a half or a year and 6 months, year and 4 months. Yeah, so I won't be using it until I come back after that first year of working for the military, and then actually no, I won't be using it until I come back for those 5 or 6 days after basic training in A school, and I'll be putting a little bit of that money into converting my LMG into HPA, which I've been needing to do for the past 6 years now, like everybody's been suggesting, but might as well go ahead and do it. And I got a gun that's already been fixed. I got another one that needs to get fixed. I just want to fix the stuff that I have because I want to save money. I don't want to be blowing it on new guns, new toys, and everything when I don't need to be doing that. So, yeah. I'm just really excited. This is going to be a really good experience for me, really cool experience. And I can't wait to talk about it, like, during that little grace period, as I'll be referring it to. I am just going to talk about what my experience is going to be, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I know I'm going to get through it because my dad raised me tough. He put me and my sister through Taekwondo, and, a lifetime of just being fucked with and learning how to deal with people. So I feel like I was basically built for it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.